Hi, we're here with Sarah Hodges, who is the Industry Marketing Manager for Autodesk. Thanks for being here, Sarah.
Thank you for having me.
So, what are some of the challenges your industry is facing today?
Well, today there's numerous challenges, but we really see two trends that are intersecting right now. First one being economic slowdown, which has obviously affected everybody globally. The second one is climate change. And as these two intersect, it does create potential opportunities for our customers out there. We're seeing people struggle with lack of financing, lack of credit available for new construction, but we're also seeing people start to think about ways in which they can look at existing building stock as a way to diversify, a new opportunity for them to engage in. And this also ties really closely into climate change as well. So as we think about maybe reversing some of those negative effects of climate change, one of the things that comes to mind is looking at the areas in which are contributing the most to greenhouse gas emissions. Many people think that the transportation industry is what contributes the most to this issue, when in fact it's buildings. So here in the US, buildings consume up to 40% of our total energy globally, on an, not globally, but on an annual basis. So they have a tremendous negative effect on the environment. And what we're seeing is with these two trends intersecting, people are starting to find new ways to diversify, new opportunities. What we're seeing for AEC professionals is they're starting to look at the existing building stock as a means to survive the economic downturn. As construction starts to fall, lack of credit, lack of new projects, we start to see people trying to address climate change, and the building sector is a great opportunity for them to do that.
I would have never thought of that. That's really fascinating. So what are some of the things being done to address this?
So as I mentioned, I think this year is the first year in 20 years we've seen back-to-back declines in new construction, and that's here in the US, and it's definitely reflected globally. So with that negativity going on there, what we see is a real opportunity for people to look at existing buildings. So we have architects, we have MEP engineers, we have structural engineers, we have contractors who are going out there and they're looking at existing properties, they're engaging in dialogues with owners, and they're figuring out ways in which they can improve existing buildings to reduce that energy consumption. And this is creating a huge opportunity for these firms to not only maintain their new design side of their business, but to diversify themselves and engage in renovation projects, retrofit projects, look at existing building systems, understand the energy consumption, and start to make some changes, some design alterations that can really improve that building and reduce energy consumption.
So how does it intersect with the world of Autodesk?
Glad you asked. So in terms of what we're doing as Autodesk, we have a plethora of Autodesk solutions that our architects, our engineers have been familiar with for many, many years. And at the heart of that is our model-based design process. What we mean by that is using tools like the Revit platform, Revit Architecture, Revit MEP, Revit Structure, as your tool for making these design decisions. And what we're seeing right now is the emergence of this idea of rapid energy modeling. And what we mean by that is using some of our tools in our building information modeling portfolio to enable AEC professionals to look at existing buildings and make decisions around renovation and retrofit. So we have tools like Image Modeler that enable people to capture existing conditions by taking a simple digital photograph of a building, bringing that photograph into Image Modeler, and then being able to actually create data points from the photograph that become the basis of a model. They bring that model via DWG, which is a very well-known format, particularly for our AutoCAD users out there. They bring that into one of the Revit-based applications, and from there they create a very simple building information model that can be used for design. They then export via GBXML, which is an open schema, industry recognized, to one of our tools called Autodesk Green Building Studio, where they can then manipulate that information to make better design decisions around energy consumption and water use. So they're really being able to do rapid energy modeling very quickly and very accurately to make better design decisions.
That's great. So how do we find out more about this?
Well, my recommendation would be absolutely there's classes that will be available online through AU Virtual. We also have some information on our website at www.autodesk.com/sustainable design guide.
Sustainable design guide, all right.
Exactly. It's an interactive type module, flash-based, where people can go in, they can select their discipline, so whether they're an architect, an MEP engineer, they can go in and they can learn about the products and how they support renovation as well as new construction. And we also have some details on there around what the rapid energy modeling portfolio is, so Image Modeler and Revit and Green Building Studio, and how this can help AEC professionals diversify.
So what's the most exciting part of your job right now?
Most exciting part of my job right now is seeing some of these things really come to fruition. So seeing these AEC professionals who are really diversifying with energy knowledge, really being able to engage in different projects, make a difference, and really improve some of the buildings that are out there. I think there's statistics out there that say any building that was built after 1970, which is about 60% of the U.S. building stock, really needs renovation because of some of the design decisions that were made. So there's a plethora of buildings out there, and to see these AEC professionals evangelize with our tools it's really nice. It's good to see.
Very good. Great talking to you.
You too. Thank you.
And thank you for being with us.